Hey YouTube, it's Abby again. I've been showing you lately how I do different things with only 5 fingers. Today I'm going to tell you a story about how I accidentally almost scared a woman to death. Okay, so this is kind of a famous story in my family. My dad loves to tell this story, like everybody he meets. I'm about 3 or 4 and my family goes to a water park. There's this huge water slide in the distance and I'm immediately afraid of it. But my dad goes, "Why don't you ride that with me? You can ride in my lap." And I was like, no way. I think my main fear was that I didn't want to go under the water when we hit the landing pool. He was like, no, I'll lift you above the water. I promise you won't go under. And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds reasonable. But of course, like, you can't promise something like that. You're hitting that water at such a speed, and I don't know, I probably was heavier than he thought. But anyway, I agree to go, and we go on this thing, and sure enough, we hit that landing pool, and I go under, and he goes under, and we're all flipped around in the water, and I'm disoriented, and then I get so mad. I'm like, you just broke your promise, and I got scared. I storm out of that landing pool, and at the time I used to wear like this little prosthetic that was good for swimming and sports and stuff, so you could get it wet and whatnot. I used to wear it all the time, but I guess my main expression of anger was to take it off and throw it on the ground. I guess some kids are like, they kick something or they throw themselves on the ground. I would throw my prosthetic arm on the ground. I rip that thing off and I throw it into the landing pool, but just as this poor woman was surfacing from when she rode the water slide, my prosthetic arm was floating right in front of her face when she comes to, and she realizes that somebody's arm was probably ripped off on the ride right before her and she didn't notice, and now it's about to touch her. She starts like hyperventilating, going, an arm. And so of course he sees what's happening and he jumps right in and he says, "I'm so sorry, that's my daughter's prosthetic arm," and he grabs it and he jumps out of the pool. If you happen to be that woman that day, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you out of your own skin. I know. So I have a bunch of stories, and sometimes the things that I've done have been completely on purpose, not an accident. That was an accident, but I've done some pranks and told some stories over the years that have been quite entertaining, at least to me. And hey, Halloween is coming up, so maybe I'll show you some pictures or tell you about some costumes I've done, because I have a built-in prop. Like, you can't not use this thing for fun, and fake blood is really great. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you get a chance to check out the rest of my channel, and of course, don't forget to subscribe.